Welcome and welcome back, my dear tarot pals, to another Pick a Card reading. Today we're going to be looking at what is unexpected. I've not kept a timeline for it technically, but we'll see how it goes. And if I feel later that this became more specific to 2023, then we keep that for the year. But I'm not keeping it time specific. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you come across it, there will be a guidance message for you. We're pretty much calling it mystery messages, whatever spirit wants to tell us about what we don't see coming or what is unexpected for us. Okay. If you're new to Pick a Card readings, I'm going to pull 3 cards. You can feel drawn to more than one pile. It's a general reading, so not every message is meant for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm also on Instagram, where you can follow me for daily content as well. That's also where all the sale and additional information gets published on typically. So I do recommend you join me on the Instagram platform as well. There's an email address given below where you can drop me an email for a paid personal reading. On that note, let us go ahead and pull out 3 cards. In fact, I'm also going to give you a close-up of your 3 charms that we've kept for today. So for card number 1, what is unexpected and what is a mystery ready to be revealed itself? Let's go with this. So that's option 1. In fact, these are crystal cards. So each of them will have a crystal behind this as well. And for pile 2, let's go with this one. And for pile 3, let's go with this one. Okay. Now, let me clear this out and give you a close-up of your 3 cards first. Okay. And 1 second, let's make space. Okay, so for pile number 1, we had, each of them have an ascended master with it as well. So let's look at pile number 1. You have Saint Jude. I am grateful for my life's experiences. Wow. And if you love dogs, or dogs are something that you're getting messages from, suddenly all the dogs at my house are barking. I have 3 dogs, by the way, now. And Saint Jude is the ascended master, or the saint rather, in your case, who has come through. Let's see your crystal. So we have Axinite as your crystal option. Okay. That's card number 1. For card number 2, we have Mary Magdalene. I hope you know of her. Okay. And we have Rhodonite. Okay. For option number 2, we have the Red Goldstone and Serapis Bay. In fact, I also don't know about this Ascended Master. Do let me know in the comment section below if you know their story. And these are some affirmations for you, which we will also include, of course, in each of these cards for your reading and what you can work with to see what's unexpected, okay? Let us give you guys an object as well to go with these cards. So for option number 1, I think I want to flip this a little. Let's see. Okay, let's give the shell. Let me give you a close-up. That's a shell, seashell, for option number 1. Oops, that's got foggy. Okay, that's option number 1. Option number 2, let's stick to the tiny Hamsa. This is funny. This is the first time I've actually noted that it had this center stone. I knew it had stones all along. I didn't notice the center stone. That's the first time I've noticed it. And that's option number 2. And for option number 3, we're going with an owl spirit. Okay, if you're drawn to more than one pile, listen to your intuition. You may have messages coming up in each of them then, okay? On that note, I am going to give you a minute to go ahead and make your pile selection. And I'll see you in your pile. Hello and welcome, my beloved pile number 1s. Those of you who are drawn to the charm of seashell, which always makes me, of course, think of the ocean, the water element, also the element of sound. This is a beautiful charm for me, which also talks about sound healing, okay? So listening to water sounds, listening to drum sounds, listening to music as a healing element is clearly indicated. We will read your card and cover your Archangel's message, or rather the Ascended Master's message, sorry. as well. But first of all, what we are asking Spirit is, what is it that is unexpected or unknown, or you don't see it coming, that Spirit would like to share some light on? Of course, this could be good, bad, or ugly. And everything, of course, in tarot is... It's not a prediction as much as it's a guidance. So if, we'll of course see what comes up, and accordingly, hopefully, we will also have enough guidance to work around it. I did see the Wheel of Fortune, but I was not ready, so I'm not taking that. But that's a good card to start off with, pile ones. Pile number one, what is unexpected? What do we not see coming? What is coming for pile number one, which is unexpected? Okay, let's see these three cards first. We have the Three of Cups, the Five of Swords. Okay, the Three of Cups with aquamarine, and we have the Page of Wands. Okay, a lot of messages coming in already, and let's see, I want to get three more cards before we start talking. What is it that you don't see coming? Okay, we have, I think, three cards are out. Your underlying energy is the Lovers. Okay, let's leave that on the side. We have King of Cups. I like how it's transitioning. Okay. And we have the Knight of Swords. A lot of people, if you noticed. Yeah, a lot of court cards. We have the Star. Oh my God, come on. And in fact, I was going to get 6 cards. We have 7 for you. Wow, the Hierophant, pile number one. Okay, let's talk about this. What you don't see coming, or what is unexpected for you. Of course, it's a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Some of you, but it's unexpected, right? So a lot of it may sound like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And maybe some of it will sound like, that sounds like things like I've been planning. So take what resonates. First of all, there's clearly an idea, an inspiration that strikes you. Okay, this could be like a business plan, this could be like a creative gift, this could be like suddenly getting very motivated and excited about a travel plan, and it comes out of nowhere. You wouldn't know, like, it's one of those spontaneous, out of the blue, nowhere kind of an inspiration, which hopefully you will choose to act on. And when you do, it opens more than one road. This opens roads to spiritual ascension. This opens road for more emotional contentment. So there is clearly a divine inspiration, an idea, an adventure that you don't see coming, and it's coming your way, and it will take you places. Another unexpected thing that you're perhaps not seeing coming is that there is some energy around you where there's a lot of gossip. Okay. The reason it is unexpected for you is perhaps you are very focused on your own journey, or rather your own cup, which is great, which is kudos. That's the kind of people I like it. And because you're not really focused on what other people are saying, how other people react to your ideas, to where you're going in life, success and healing and your stardom. Okay, Star card is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of healing. It's a card of gaining the due recognition that you were always due, and that is coming for you. But you should be aware and you should be mindful. Stay away from any kind of a gossip. If you are caught off guard, some of you may, and like I said, right, when we're talking about unexpected, we will cover good and bad, and the fact that Spirit is allowing us to tap into it and tell you what is unexpected in itself speaks of, like, Spirit is giving you an opportunity to change your ways. So be mindful of who you are sharing negative banter, gossip, or you shouldn't be caught ill talking about somebody, because that may actually have a reverse effect wherein a leadership, somebody in leadership position, somebody in the government field may actually take a lot of offense on you. Okay, so be mindful of making enemies that are pretty much avoidable by just not, speaking crap. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. What this also tells me with the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords, there is going to be a clash of ideas or ideals, okay? The Hierophant is the Taurus energy. The Star is the Aquarius energy. Very different energies. The Taurus likes to do things their way. They like the traditional system. They like the way tried and tested. This could also actually be playing out internally for many of you pile number ones, which means you may be internally very hell-bent on finding the key or the solution only through one way, only through one road, but you suddenly will have an epiphany and a lot of thoughts draw into you. Knight of Swords is an unstoppable energy, okay? And this unstoppable energy often comes, rushing in, and suddenly you're ready to break away from a lot of dogmatic concepts that you've been holding on to for a while. Now, for many of you, this could actually be opposition. So you could be the one who's breaking away from someone's rigid or dogmatic ways of living, or you're questioning the society that this does not work out for me and I'm out and I'm on my way and I want to do things my way, and you're out of it. Or you could be on the other side of the table wherein somebody is challenging your comfort zone, your spirit, and your ways of being, and you don't really see this coming. It could actually come from somebody who is a father figure to you, or who is who's somebody who's typically more emotionally matured than you are, and feels more likely to me like a male figure, okay, like an actual gender by male. That's what they identify themselves. Giving you a heads up of what zodiac energies we see, and why we're talking about zodiac energies here is that these could be the wow, suddenly I couldn't start talking. Oh, sorry. Okay. These could be the zodiac signs that play out these themes that we've just talked about. These could also be, of course, the energies that you're tapped into when these unexpected things happen. This could also be the timeline, which means the zodiac season itself could be the timeline when this plays out. I've already covered that the star represents the Aquarius. The Hierophant is the Taurus season, which clearly means that end of Jan to all the way of, pretty much of February is the Aquarius season. This could be a significant time when this unexpected development happens. Same for Taurus, which is the end of April till pretty much most of May, or the 3 weeks or 4 weeks of May. We do have the Knight of Swords, which represents the air energy. So then again makes me think of Knight of Swords for me is more like a Gemini energy, because it just keeps talking. Be very, very mindful of your speech, okay? Because if you're speaking well, you will get a lot of opportunities. You will be loved, you will be cherished. If you're coming from a place of triggered, if you're coming from a place of, I don't know why I channeled also the word hangry, so maybe you get very upset when you're not, even you've not eaten enough. Some of you could be seeing the angel number 12 repeatedly, because I just saw that on my recorder, and that's always a message whenever I see such angel numbers show up during a reading, okay? You are not expecting, when you're watching this reading, to ever come to a stage, or you've kind of lost hope. You've read a lot of self-help books, you watch a lot of documentaries, you've tried to do a lot of shadow work, but a part of you is kind of losing hope if you would ever become this person who's self-sufficient, who's emotionally matured, who can be their own anchor. It literally says, I am my own anchor. And what you will be surprised by, I don't know why I'm repeatedly wanting to say 2023, so for most of you, it would be as soon as the year 2023. You would be surprised how quickly you could make the right decisions. It is about choices. You're making better choices in life. And because you're making better choices in life, because you're also allowing your inner child, your inner inspiration, your enthusiasm to be not dulled down by dogmatic belief systems, you're actually going to be, there's a rapid acceleration happening rather when it comes to your own healing journey. The inner work that you've put in the past 2-3 years, pile number one, you're going to be pretty surprised how quickly you heal, because Star does talk about healing. This of course also talks about physical healing. Some of you may have been told that you can never fix this about your health, and you may be surprised how easily it was replaced, or it got okay. And while it seemed very scary at the initial start, you were expecting a lot of struggle in healing something, but that is not how things worked out, okay? So that kind of an unexpected blessing coming your way is highly likely as well. The Three of Cups does talk about celebrations, get-togethers, reasons to celebrate in itself, okay? What you don't see coming is that in the next 5 to 6 months, there are going to be more than one reasons to celebrate. People are getting together, people are happy, you're meeting a lot of people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, and this bonding, this connection really evolves again your emotional maturity and your outlook overall towards life, okay? This also brings me back to the Lovers and the Stars. Also often talk about don't always try to logicalize magic. Okay, you got to have faith first. You got to believe that things are working out for you, and you would be really surprised, you would be astonished when you start believing in your own magic, how quickly things start even working out for you. Okay, I repeatedly want to tell this pile to like listen to that Abraham Hicks recording of everything is always working out for me, because positivity, good thinking, good speech is going to be a game changer. A negative thinking will have an exact reverse effect. Okay, which is why the more you're heard being grateful for the journey you've had, the more you're heard counting your blessings, the more you're heard being in a happy, enthusiastic, giving, open-minded space, somebody who's expressive, somebody who allows other people to be who they are, you can gain a lot in the next 5 to 6 months, pile number 1. Okay, let us see what your additional messages are. I will read this card out to you. I am grateful for my life's experiences. We talked about gratitude. Yes, I learned from the past and realized that there's always help and hope. I see my path and I'm focused on where to go. My mind is clear and I stay focused on my priorities. Please feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot of this, because these are the inner dialogue that you should be having in order for you to align yourself correctly to this unexpected events that are coming up your way. Okay, there could also be a party or an invitation. For some of you, you're not expecting to be invited to, and you would get invited. Some of you don't even know that there's a party happening, like there's a secret party or a secret celebration that comes out of nowhere, and you just suddenly get pulled into it, and just things are like, you know what, let's go. This could also be an unexpected vacation for some of you. Okay, are you able to find order within creative chaos? Are you going in too many directions? A Knight of Swords problem. And feeling energetically depleted. Take time you need to rest, regroup and rejuvenate. Look deeply for the clarity in the confusion. Recognize that less than positive experiences provide tools for an emotionally mature backbone. We did talk about that with the King of Cups. The next 5 to 8 months will tremendously emotionally grow you. That is what is unexpected for you, pile number 1. The Axinite does also link to the root chakra, which means you're getting more grounded, you're getting more honest, you're getting more real with yourself as to what life and its expectations of life are for you. Okay, I'm going to move towards Moonology deck for you guys, and let's get some additional guidance. What is it that pile number 1 is not expecting and is coming their way, Spirit? Thank you so much. What is it that pile number 1 is not? For some of you, by the way, it could be an unexpected pregnancy. So take that as a caution, because I am looking at the other deck, and I'll show you that deck in a minute. And I'm repeatedly drawn to the face of the baby. You know what? Hold on. I can't continue this without showing you this. Hold on. Okay. So this is the deck that is lying a little far away. And look at that. It has a star. The baby's trying to reach the star. So if you're not somebody who wants to get pregnant or family planning, or that is not on the cards, be mindful. For very few of you who are watching this reading, perhaps Spirit just wants to confirm through this message. This may have already happened to you. Like you may have already just got to know that there's an unexpected pregnancy for you. But I think for most of you, it's a word of caution. If you're not expecting it and if you don't want it, then that may come up. Okay. For some of you, it could be like you've literally lost hope in becoming a parent, and this blessing comes into your life, pile number 1s. Let us see. Okay, so we have, again, the Taurus energy is clearly very relevant. So the season of Taurus, pile number 1s, is when I see most of this happening for you. Your dreams need a practical plan. Make a step-by-step plan also for your finances, pile number 1, because you may be not counting for, when you're watching this reading, some additional expenses coming up for you, and you need to relook at your budget and your plan. You're very close to achieving your goals. April isn't far from when I'm recording this. So this seems like as if there is a successful completion coming your way. If you are also already working in a very politically charged environment, pile number 1, know that all that gossip and that negativity is not going to reach you. Just stay on your path and stay focused on your goals. Wow, I just finished that message, and that is the card that has come up. Your commitment is being tested. When it gets difficult to be the kinder one in the room, that is when you actually are being tested, right? When it becomes difficult to not be reactive or mean or trashy, that is the time for you to actually, grow to that place of emotional maturity. And so, like, they must be wounded, which is why they're acting like that. They must really be so threatened by my existence, which is why they are, being so angry at what the situation is. And I think 2023 is a year for you, pile number 1, wherein you will gain that insight about yourself, and you'll be pretty surprised how well you have grown. I cannot not give you guys this card, which has been literally screaming at me. Some of you are doing tremendous progress, like I said, when it comes to your inner child healing. So some of you have had some subconscious beliefs for a very long time, and you didn't expect that they would come out so strongly, and they would in the very near future. And Spirit really wants to tell you that how you speak to yourself, like literally place a picture of your younger self, okay, in somewhere near your place where you can see it often, and speak loving words to it, pile number 1, okay? Because you're not expecting a certain wound also to get triggered, and it would. And you know what, there's going to be like a showdown. I'm hearing the word showdown, and after that showdown, you'll be really healed. I'm going to give you guys one more card. Beneficial beliefs feel better when I think them. What your thoughts, it's your mind. Have you seen that meme which talks about like, oh, am I anxious? And this head keeps rotating. Oh, I'm anxious. Oh, I'm anxious. But then that head stops and says like, hey, wait a minute. It's my brain, so I can think anything. And then it starts thinking something nicer. Choose the kinder thought. Choose the positive thoughts, and they will rapidly manifest for you. This is what I see is unexpected for you, pile number 1. If it resonated, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and leave me a star emoji. I definitely feel like the star is the main key word for you. You're becoming a star of the show, you're gaining success, and your inner work healing is tremendously accelerated. 6 months from now, people wouldn't be able to recognize who you are. I wish you guys all the best. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, my beloved pile number 2s, those of you who picked this beautiful Hamsa and Rhodonite, a beautiful card, a crystal, for heart chakra healing and healing in your relationships, okay? We will include this card and the message of the affirmations of... Wow, I'm blanking out suddenly. And there are dogs barking. Hold on. There's a message coming up. Loyalty is a word that I'm repeatedly hearing. We'll see how that shows up in your reading. And Hamsa, of course, talks about abundance and protection. It's a dual thing. I hope you know that. When it's upright, it stands for abundance. Okay, I cannot tell you enough how obsessed I am with this symbol, or I feel so protected, so good with it. I mean, those of you who don't know, that is really a tattoo right there on me. So I hope Tarot Pals would already know, because you guys like to know which one I selected. So I've gone with 2 and 3. 2 being my major reading and 3 being the additional one. Okay, leave me a comment below if you've also picked 2 and 3, and let's see what shows up. All right, just a second. I just wanted to make sure no call comes up. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to first look at the tarot cards. Then we're going to see your Moonology deck for some additional guidance, and we'll wrap it up with the Vortex cards to get you guys some close-up messages. Now, the unexpected, of course, could be good, bad, and ugly. If you have not seen the 2023 detailed readings, there are 2 readings, one which is zodiac-based, another one which is based on, like a pick-a-card reading for you, which is super detailed. You will find both of them in the description box below. Don't miss that out, pile number 2s. At the same time, let me also tell you that there is a reading I did which is called Twists and Turns, Twists and Blessings, I think, something like that. I'll give you in the description box below. I constantly am seeing the thumbnail image that I put on it. So maybe that's a reading which will have a specific message for you guys, pile number 2. Okay. All right. Let us look at what is unexpected for pile number 2. Let us see what is unexpected. Focus is another word which I'm channeling repeatedly. So we'll see how your cards link up that message. Pile number 2, what is unexpected? What is the mystery message Spirit is ready to reveal for us? What's coming that is unexpected? What is unexpected for pile number 2? What is unexpected? Okay, one more shuffle. What is unexpected for pile number 2? Let's see these cards before we flip more if we need them. Queen of Wands. This lady has been showing up in so many of our readings, which talks about creativity, glamour, success, generosity, eyes on you, boldness. Okay, those are some keywords that I immediately could channel with that card. Let's see. We have, wow, we start off with the Four of Cups. Unexpected. Okay, it's a good card when it shows up in the unexpected. Yeah, hold on. We have the Hierophant. This baby had shown up in pile 1 as well. So if you had picked 1 and 2, that's just a double affirmation. We have the energy of Taurus with Hierophant. We have 6 of Cups. 2 cup cards already. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Now we have 2 queens in your card. And give me a second. Let's put this in focus. Okay. We have the 8 of Swords. Love this. And the Magician. Oh my God. Okay. And I love that citrine on this one. Okay. Pile 1 actually had 7 cards. So let's give you guys 7 cards as well. So we'll take 1 more card. Okay. What is unexpected? Thank you, Spirit. What is unexpected for pile number 2? What is unexpected? What do we not see coming? What is it that we not see coming? Okay. And now your underlying energy is the 5 of Wands. Okay. And this comes out to be the Queen of Pentacles. It is difficult to not notice and comment now on the fact, pile number 2s, that we have 3 queens that have already shown up in your reading so far, right? Which is the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. The only card missing being the Queen of Cups. And now let's see what is it that you see as, you know, what you don't expect to come. We actually have a lot of zodiac signs here. We have Taurus and Gemini with the Magician and the Hierophant showing up. When I give you these zodiac signs, these could be the season in which this unexpected event or this thing plays out for you. So all the way from end of April till the mid of June is a very eventful time for you, pile number 2s. We also have a strong earth and air energy playing out for you guys. I don't know why, but I'm really struggling to focus on my sentences for you guys in pile number 2. And if you know me and if you've been a tarot pal, you know, like I can just go on a flow. So there's something to do with speech, okay? Or you're now learning to think through your words, or you're becoming more conscious, some of you, on you know, sometimes we don't realize, but we are constantly speaking negative about a situation about that happened to ourselves, and we keep narrating that same story, something that happened in the past, and you're learning to not talk in the past tense, but rather in the present tense. I am successful. I am happy. I am glowing. I have everything I need. The universe is constantly protecting me. You're learning the language which is more positive, okay? Whenever the Magician shows up, that's the first card that I'm always drawn to, because it's a supremely positive card to show up. It talks about intellect, and especially in the, the world that we live in, Magician has a very strong energy in this current era that we live in, because it's the card of information, it's the card of communication, and there's so much information available, right? Pile number 2 is what you don't see coming at some level is also that you actually have access to a lot more resources. You know, resourceful people, resourceful, I don't know why I'm channeling weird words for you guys. So I channel the word gadgets, okay? Maybe some of you want to buy a new gadget, or a new gadget will be purchased out of nowhere for you guys, okay? Random words that Spirit channels is. Anyhow, and while I'm saying that, there's a message that is just like repeatedly pip, pip, pip. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but my laptop's giving me emails after emails. You're going to get super busy, okay? If you're not somebody who's already very busy, which I think you are with the Queen of Pentacles showing up, your career and your professional life is just going to get insanely packed up. I think some of you would suddenly have this inspiration, or you may be, one day, those moments of stagnation or boredom when we just feel like, oh, I just want to do something, and you just sign up for a course, or you sign up to learn something, and you don't know where it went, but you're down a rabbit hole, and now suddenly you're so deep into researching something. That is what is unexpected for you. You're going to tumble upon, that's the word I want to say, you want to tumble upon, pile number 2, into a resourceful, enterprising source, which helps you grow tremendously, especially when it comes to your intelligence, your maturity, your practicality, your financial well-being, and how grounded are you in your emotions. Okay, if you're somebody who's highly expressive or who struggles to maintain a certain amount of gravitas and maintain a certain amount of seriousness whenever it is required, there is a time to be serious and there's a time to be playful. Somewhere what you're not expecting is a certain amount of it's like literally I'm hearing the word blossoming into being a lady. Okay, some of you are going to become more graceful, some of you are learning dancing, some of you are going to the gym more, but there's clearly a certain act that you didn't really plan it, or you don't really some of you don't even want it, but it is coming your way and it will give you an opportunity to learn so much. The keyword I'm repeatedly channeling for you guys is learning. There is a lot of learning lined up for you, and in the positive sense. These are not those tough lessons, This is a gentle energy. This feels like very grounded, one step at a time. Some of you are not expecting, but there is a massive opportunity to go on a big pilgrimage, like once in a lifetime kind of a pilgrimage trip, like, I don't know, like Amarnath, Kedarnath, something, I know, like Peru. I mean, I don't know, like a place wherein you wouldn't expect everybody to land up at, which is very spiritually high vibe place, and you get an opportunity out of nowhere and it just happens for you and you go ahead and visit. Some of you are not expecting, but you have a solid mentor or a leadership figure coming your way. Hierophant is that authoritative, I know how to live, I know how to make life happen. And magician is that master manifester. Okay, he's literally called the master manifester. So there's nothing that a magician sets their mind to and they cannot achieve, because they're very resourceful people. Your ability to manifest is tremendously rising, and what you're fighting hence is anything that holds you back from this belief system. Okay, any kind of a negative habit that you have, shopping too much, sleeping at odd hours, skipping meals, any kind of a substance abuse. You're not expecting it and you don't see it, but you will just wake up one morning and you'll go like, I am done with this. I don't want to be this person anymore. And you just stop being that person. A lot of change, people say like, it takes 21 days, it takes 30 days, and all of that is true. It's absolutely true. But there are some changes in my own life I have done. And I'm sure you guys would have stories like that as well. Share with me. Like that switch happens. You're thinking about it, you're mulling about it, you kind of sort of are this person and you kind of sort of are not this person. But then one morning you wake up and you just decide that you're never going to be this person, and you never are, right? That flip, that moment of change wherein you just stop being the older you is what you don't see coming, and it's coming your way really fast. Some of you have also become, with the Four of Cups to the Queen of Swords, you've become very hopeless, or you've become very sick and tired, and you've become very guarded. You've become very like nothing's good enough for you because you've seen the world and everybody's mean and nobody's really worth your time. That's the energy that you're at, and you're going to be pretty surprised. Okay, and a part of you knows that this is your core problem. Okay, this is your core problem, that you're extremely picky and things are not good enough for you, and it's a good thing, by the way. I strongly believe that high standards are great, but there is a healthy balance, right? You're not expecting that from this energy of feeling like nothing's good enough. How is it that you are going to land up in this energy where she's abundant, okay, where she literally has all that she needs? She's abundant when it comes to her finances, abundant with her health. Okay, Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very health focused, by the way, and also abundant when it comes to her family and her relationships. Okay, from the place of nothing's good enough to somehow everything is sorted, is that flip in the life. Okay, I literally want to use the word flip. You're flipping to that extent. Through this journey, there is a soulmate. Six of Cups for me is the soulmate card. It's the childhood card. It's the happiness that comes when we were little girls and boys and we loved that innocence. Okay, some of you have lost your innocence, and gradually, subtly, I think this change has been on for you guys for a while. I have personally been on that journey for the past 4-5 years, wherein I'm learning to be more gentle with myself. I'm learning to be more playful. I'm learning to be who I am. And life and the negative experiences can sometimes really harden us, right? What you don't see coming is that you're slowly and gradually, the reason I'm saying you don't see this coming is because you're still in this zone. You're still in this energy, right? But I'm literally watching that, that analogy that they talk about, that a rock in a lake, when that, or in a waterfall, a big rock, when water keeps flowing over it, flowing over it, flowing over it, after a point of time, it kind of erodes the rock itself. So it's a very slow and steady kind of a change, but that change is inevitable. You're softening. That softening of that innocence returning, that love of life returning, that curiosity returning is what is on the cards for you, okay? What you're also not expecting is a windfall of money, and it is coming your way. Magician to the Queen of Pentacles also talks about when you don't see it coming, when you're not expecting it, suddenly out of the nowhere, just somebody comes and says, hey, would you like to take up this job? Or would you like to help me do this? Those extra bucks that we somehow just get out of nowhere. Or an aunt visiting you and she just suddenly gives you something that you've been planning to buy for a very long time. Those kind of things, right? Wherein it's like, oh, I didn't know that I'm going to get this gift, or I literally thought about this gift 5 years ago, and then I stopped thinking about it, and wow, out of nowhere, it just shows up, right? Those random, sudden manifestations are clearly on your card. Some of you are definitely visiting your ancestral home, or the place that you belong to, or you're becoming more grounded, okay? Rather, what's happening in you is like you're becoming more grounded, you're becoming more connected to where your roots are, to who you really are, and you're no longer ashamed of it. Perhaps some of you have literally felt a little ashamed of your own background, and that is changing, okay? You're learning to find the beauty in everything that you've ever had, and then taking it to the next level, okay? Rhodonite, as I've already said, is a wonderful crystal when it comes to dealing with conflicts or getting over conflicts, okay? So perhaps you guys are expecting that a certain situation or a certain person will be very agitated, or will be competitive, or would be petty when you say something or you do something or you are yourself. You may be actually very surprised how accepting they turn out to be, how gentle they turn out to be with you, and it's going to deepen your bond. 6 of Cups is again soulmates, right? So through this journey, this relationship does get more solidified for some of you, okay? I'm going to read this card out for you guys. Do you seek the divine in all your daily interactions? Are you in the process of healing after a loss? Allow your loved one to travel this sacred journey. Know that in many ways, they are always with you. If you have recently, like me, lost somebody who's very dear to you, that's just an additional confirmation. Recognize the divine feminine within you. Be assured that the truth is revealed in the end. Okay. Queen of Swords is also the woman who is not to be messed with. Okay. In the next 8 to 10 months, pile number 2, anytime you feel instinctively driven to protect your own interest, please don't shame yourself. Trust in your divine feminine energy that should be protected, and act out what you know needs to be protected. I'm going to read out some affirmations or the self-talk that you should be having with yourself as you watch this reading. You can take a screenshot of this if you want, and you can repeat this dialogue to yourself as a ritual. Just say these 4 sentences to yourself every night before you go to bed, okay? Sleep time is also somewhere where you're going to download a lot of psychic messages, okay? I integrate spirituality into my life every day. I mean, Hierophant is all about spiritual and higher value system. I think like pile 1, you are also manifesting. Oh no, I think it was for your pile itself, right? When I said you're manifesting a mentor is clearly coming your way. A new boss, a great boss, or your boss teaching you something. Those are something, or you're getting a promotion, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and then you're getting to learn from the best, literally learn from the best, okay? I have a connection with the divine. I allow my body, mind, and spirit the time and space to heal following loss. I bless those who have completed their time here and are now on a new journey. Some of you really need to hear this. People we love are always connected to us through the, energy cannot be destroyed, as we know in physics, okay? So why you got to allow them to pass on in their journey, but know that they're always here for you. Whenever you call on to them, they will always be here for you, okay? For very few of you, you would be pretty surprised. And of course, this is going to be for very, very few of you. You may actually develop mediumship, okay? When you can speak to those who are in the other realm, all right? Okay, your first card actually came out. We're not taking it, but you should note this. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Let's get some additional cards. What is unexpected for pile number? Some of you may be buying a car, by the way. Heard the car horn. Okay. What is unexpected for pile number 2? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Okay. With that card underneath, that's a message, by the way. This and the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles with the Magician. Some of you could be going through that phase in life wherein you're transitioning from believing that it is all or nothing kind of energy to becoming more compromising or more adjusting. And you may actually surprise yourself. That's what's unexpected about it. You may surprise yourself, in those moments of, wow, some years ago, I would have really snapped at this person. Some years ago, I would have cried so hard because somebody said that to me, okay? Of course, love is more than love. I feel like this is like a stable relationship, okay? This could be like a friendship. This could be a soulmate who's romantic, of course, with the six of cups, from the 4 of cups to the transition, to you feeling like nothing's good enough for you and you rejecting and not settling for things that are not good enough for you, to actually finding that home, okay? Home in a person is perhaps coming up soon up for you as well. A climax approaches, full moon in Aries, which happens in the month of October, by the way. So whenever the next October is. New moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. I cannot emphasize enough on the amount of money and career success that is, embedded in this, the kind of spread that you have. So no doubts at all that there is a lot of gains coming your way. I'm channeling the word gains more than money. So you're gaining a lot, okay? New moon in Taurus happens in the month of April. And don't let the past hold you back. I think we've discussed already at length as to how you are going to be surprised from who you used to be. And don't speak, if there's a transformation that you're trying to create in yourself, start talking to people as if that is the person who you already are. I know that can sound fake to some of you, but let's say you want to quit sugar, okay? So instead of saying like, I'm trying to quit sugar, or, oh, it's so difficult to quit sugar, or, quitting sugar, I've seen so many people who are on diet will like constantly keep talking about, I can't eat this, I want to eat this, but I don't want to eat this. And there's so much push and pull about it. But if that's really your lifestyle, and if you start acting like that, and you start talking like, I like this cookie, and you emphasize on the fact that you've actually made a huge transition in your life some years ago, some days ago, some weeks ago, when you've moved away from sugar. I'm just giving you an example, right? So you start talking to other people and to yourself with that belief in yourself that that transformation is already done. Okay, you're quitting smoking. I'm not a smoker. Just say that. Instead, the next time somebody asks you like, hey, would you want to smoke? No, I used to smoke then, but now don't give them the story. Just tell them you're not a smoker. Example, right? So instead of trying to tell people what you're working on, just tell them that the change has happened. Okay, that's the kind of energy that this also gives me. Okay. That which is like onto itself is drawn. Love this. We just talked about this. The more you speak of who you want to be, what you see the world to be, is what you are manifesting. So your unexpected is actually, the guidance here is, you tell me what you want to pull in and you will pull that in. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. Brings me back to that Hierophant energy. We do have a repeating 2 here. Some of you could be seeing the number 222. 29 adds up to 11, which adds up to the number 2. And this is again 2. You're going to be surprised how tolerant you're becoming, pile number 2s, of people's opinions, which earlier used to trigger you just because they were so different from you. Okay. Wow, I said something and the doorbell rang. I always take that as a confirmation. So that is something clearly which is happening for you, pile number 2s, for all of you. You're getting to a place wherein, other people being different from you does not make you question, am I missing out on something? Is what they are picking better than me? Am I like, we all get that anxiety. It's not unreal. I think of it. I'm sure other people think of it. When we hear other people's stories, their journeys, whether we agree to them, whether we disagree to them, it's not our place and it's not right to, it's not even possible to know what all variables existed in that person's journey, right? Even if you hear the complete story, you've not really lived it in their own body, which means that there has to be a place of knowing this is their story, this is not my story. So I don't have to make it about me. I don't have to judge them to be good, great, bad, or ugly. I can just be on my own path. And that attitude shift in you, which I feel like a lot of you don't have developed much, is what is developing, and it will surprise your own self more than other people. Okay, I've loved doing this. It feels like there's a lot coming your way, pile number 2, and more than I literally want to say, like, more than what's coming your way is more than you've ever dreamt of, to a certain extent, especially when it comes to financial success. Okay, respect females, wear color pink on the day Fridays at least, because the color pink and that energy and that heart chakra healing and that grounding energy will tremendously help you, pile 2s. Okay, if you've loved this reading, give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend of yours, hit that subscribe button, and leave me whatever emoji represents magic for you. Okay, and if you don't know which emoji does that for you, maybe you just want to leave me this hand. There's an emoji that has open hands. Just leave me open hands, because you should be ready to receive all that love, all that abundance that is coming up for you. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, my beloved pile number 3s. Those of you who like to know my selection, I went with 2 and 3. Leave me a comment below if you also picked pile 2 and pile 3. The owl emoji, it's funny. This is pile 2 and this is pile 3. Both of them are my tattoos, by the way. So you got to know how much I am, as the reader who's reading for you, absolutely in love with those 2 symbols. Owls, of course, talk about wisdom, psychic insight, the ability to see through things before they happen. So future visions, of course, clairaudience, clairsentience, those kind of psychic abilities. At the same time, owl is a very good observer. Okay, so instead of acting it all out or revealing it all, owl is that energy which observes, which learns from others, which speaks less and allows things to happen in the own course of way. We will see, of course, your angels or ascended master behind this card. We'll also talk about the Red Goldstone, which is, of course, all goldstones are about fame and success, by the way. And goldstones, of course, in itself talk about having better confidence in life, okay? Allowing yourself to be who you are. The Red Goldstones also represents the root chakra. So what we're asking, Spirit, is what is unexpected. We'll also give you guys some Moonology cards and some cards from the Vortex. I'm not ready yet, so I'm not taking them all. But we did see the Strength and the Queen of Cups, okay? So we'll see if that message again comes up. I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Pile number 3. What is coming for pile number 3? What's coming up for pile number 3? That is unexpected. Unexpected and mystery messages for pile number 3. Okay, we'll take this one. This has clearly turned. So we have the Emperor, the Aries energy showing up for you. And every time I give you guys a zodiac sign, it also, of course, signifies the season of that zodiac, which is when this unexpected event or this play out may be happening for you. What is unexpected for pile number 3? Thank you, Spirit. What is unexpected for pile number 3? What is unexpected for pile number 3? Thank you. Okay, your underlying energy is the King of Cups. Sorry, the Knight of Cups. Ooh la la. Someone is coming your way and they would not take a no for an answer. Those of you who are my single friends. Okay. Wow. Oh my God, Emperor to the 10 of Pentacles. Who's happy? We picked this pile. Okay. Scorpio energy does show up for you with that malachite crystal showing up. I celebrate everything I achieved. I make empowered choices. Oh my God, the amount of Pentacles here. 4 of Pentacles now. Okay. We have 3 of Cups. Some of you pile 3 guys may have a message in pile 1, by the way. Okay, wow, look at the amount of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. We'll take one more card. We have, my God, 9 of Pentacles. I really want to line them up now, okay? So there's literally a progression happening, 9, 10, and then comes the Page. It literally comes in that same order in tarot, right? And it's funny, you had that Knight of Cups. I want to get one more card, Spirit. What's happening for pile number 3? That is unexpected. Clearly, Spirit wants to talk about your money, finances, social status, worldly things, and how people perceive you to a certain extent as well, okay? We did, of course, talk about fame and success and growth already with that Red Goldstone that you've picked. there is a promotion or a hike or some sort of a financial abundance that is clearly confirmed as an unexpected development out of nowhere. And perhaps some of you would actually ask for it. You'd have the conversation with your bosses or your clients, and you'd like kind of charge something more. 5 of Wands. There is a very mixed energy in pile 3 between 1 and 2s. So some of you have been drawn to 1s, some of you have been drawn to 2s. If you have skipped that, that inner intuition that said, hey, I kind of like that pile 2, but let me just go with pile 3, there's clearly a message for you in pile number 1 or 2, whichever one you were drawn to. Okay, what is it that is unexpected for you guys? First of all, to some extent, this pile has never really been a receiver of a supportive mentor, father figure, those kind of people who've always had to do things on their own, okay, who always had to find their way in the big world on their own. Now, there's an absolute split here for some of you, wherein you've actually had a very protective or overprotected life, and it has made you sick and tired. It's creating inner conflicts. You feel very held back. You felt very, this is the current energy when you're watching this, okay? You've often felt very controlled by those in authority or your parents or like that. And whichever side of the spectrum you're at, you're getting the right kind of support. Now, whether you felt overprotected, or whether you felt like nobody was there for you ever, what is unexpected and is coming your way is the right kind of guidance and support, okay? This doesn't come out of nowhere though. There's clearly some conversation that you're having either with your friends or your family or your workplace, wherein through that conversation, through you learning to be brave and ask for things that you demand or you seek or you want, other people actually would respect the fact that you chose to speak up and give you what you want, okay? Perhaps way easily than you even expect to happen, okay? If there's any kind of a financial dispute that you're really stressed over, pile number 3, let me assure you that that dispute will resolve in your favor. So that is for sure, that if there's any kind of a legal battle that you're fighting, we don't have that energy of justice, but I do sense it very strongly that some of you are very worried about some kind of a financial deal going your way or not, and it would. And I think some of you have literally lost hope on it, okay? And it will come up your way. What is also unexpected for you is perhaps a gain in property or real estate in the next 3 years. I'm specifically hearing the word 3 years, okay? Which gives you a lot of reasons to celebrate. And this may come through the support or the help of, again, a strong masculine figure. Remember, I'm not saying man, I'm saying masculine, which means it could be a female who's assertive, who's driven, who's focused, and who teaches you how to give, how to earn that or leaves that inheritance for you, okay? Page of Pentacles to the Emperor also talks about slow and steady wins the race and gets you where you need to be. You're going to surprise a lot of people. Perhaps some of you who have picked this pile have always been people who seek a lot to happen in a very short duration. You yourself are going to get surprised, and you're clearly surprising a lot of people in your life by the amount of patience you're going to display in some form or in a certain social situation wherein other people are just expecting you to lash out, okay? And you're going to be pretty surprised, like, wow, that was mean. I didn't react. I was not mean. I was calm. I was patient. I acted out, from a place of security instead of insecurity, and that is going to be a tremendous personal win for you, okay? Kudos, pile number 3s. I know that is a difficult transformation. What you also don't see coming and is clearly unexpected is that there is a celebration in your family happening. Either an elder brother is getting married or an elder sister is getting married, or there's some form of a deal sign off, okay, which has been delayed for perhaps some number of years. Let's say there's somebody in your family who's been, who you've been planning their wedding for, or they've been in or out of that wedding cycle, and suddenly it just gets finalized and there's a celebration happening and things are moving at a rapid pace. For some of you, what you don't see coming is that there is a new business or a new job that you will join, wherein you're an amateur or an intern, or you've just joined, but you pick up those skill sets so fast and you're so good with what you do that you're going to be given a lot of opportunities one after the other. The next 365 days for you from whenever you watch this reading, pile number 3s, is going to be pretty, like in some phases it goes like as if nothing's moving and everything going through such a slow and steady zone, and everything is just planning and nothing's really taking action form. But most of the year, the next 365 days, you're going to get every time you get an idea, you're going to also have the opportunity to have the right conversation with the right people and then act on them. Okay, but let's say you've been planning to buy a house or a property, and I'm giving an example of a property. You can apply in multiple things, right? Let's say you've been planning for it for quite a number of years, or it's been at the back of your mind, but somehow or the other, either the right conversations have not happened, or you've not found the right property, or you still waiting for something else to get signed off before you can actually take action on it. And this sudden change comes your way. Okay, you may actually unexpectedly also meet somebody who is extremely romantically interested in you, perhaps at a family event. Okay, and this person would have a considerable age gap. Okay, which means like they'll be clearly at least 10 years elder to you, and they would show a lot of interest in you, which you'd be having a lot of inner conflict of, should I not? There's a lot of people who know about this. I wouldn't want to say just go for it, because I'm getting like a mixed energy from this person. So of course, decide as and when that time comes. All right, I'm going to read this message for you. Are you in touch with your magnificence? I am always struggling with that word. Have you been living your life in full splendor? Oh, another thing that this talks reminds me about the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. This also talks about a rise in a social status wherein you're becoming more, maybe some of you have always been very shy when it comes to talking about your own achievements. Okay, and in the next 3 months itself, it feels as soon as that you're going to start becoming more vocal about your own achievements, about who you are, and you don't want other people to define your life, and you want to have a say in what you are, and pick the labels that you feel comfortable with. Find ways to bring more joy into your life. Become aware of the source of emotional challenges or perceived blocks so that you can release them. Get in touch with your inner radiance and shine your light brightly. Very specific, to an extent, a silly message channeled in, but some of you are perhaps struggling with acne issues, and you're going to be, out of nowhere, find the magical cure for it, like, in the 3 weeks, face cleared, skin cleared, that's coming your way. Okay, claim it though. If you do have an acne issue and you really want clear skin, claim this at this point, because that energy message just came in out of nowhere. Okay, leave me a makeup emoji, by the way, if you've reached this part of this reading. Serapis Way, I've already said do Google about them, because I don't know who they are. I am full of vigor. I am authentic and loyal. I confidently reveal my true colors. I am full of life-enhancing joy and goodness. My life is dynamic and full of vibrant energy. Being all that I can be feels fabulous. You can take a screenshot of this. Okay, and you can use this as affirmations itself. All right, we're going to move towards the moonology part of your reading. Pile number 3s. What is unexpected? Okay, what is unexpected for pile number 3s? What is unexpected for pile number 3s? The Emperor, of course, also talks about the rigid energy, or my way or the highway kind of attitude. Okay, like pile 2s, if you've picked pile 2 and 3, then that's all the more a confirmatory message. You're learning to share your resources, and you're becoming more trusting of other people. Okay, that is perhaps what is more unexpected for you. You may feel like, oh wow, I've never been so open and honest and true to other people. Oh, look at that. And if you're not doing so because you're fearful of someone's safety, they are safe. Let's talk about this. We have surrender to the divine. Full moon is clearly potent for you. Whenever you watch this reading, at least work on the next 4 to 5 full moons to celebrate, be grateful, and release any energy that you want to. Okay, whenever this card shows up, that's how I use this, and it works beautifully. Like, release and be mindful of when the next full moon is. Wow, this card came up in pile 1 as well. So pile 1s and 3s, that's your confirmation. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus happens in the month of November. And I think the next full moon is full moon in Taurus. Okay. Yeah, the new moon is in Sagittarius. Sorry, the full moon in Taurus just went by. Check the dates whenever you watch this. But basically, full moon in Taurus, it also talks about success. I mean, look at the amount of money. Guys, if you are not somebody who's ever thought of investing in I'm not going to say just go put all your money and all your savings into a risky investments, but this is a good time for you, pile number threes, to take that hatke investments. Okay, like, like when people say like this is not a good time to invest in this, but your mind is like, no, I'm very sure this is where money is going to grow. And you just listen to that inner whisper and just go do it. Do not allow the past to hold you back. What I also noticed for you guys, Spirit is not giving us a lot of timings apart from the clear and evident May. Okay, Earth signs energies are very strongly present. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn are the kind of zodiac energies that would you would be embodying them. These seasons would be relevant. And these are also perhaps people who bring in these manifestations that we've spoken about. Okay, let's see what this is. I can always enter my vibrational cortex of creation. I'm drawn to that fact of that you did have the 9 of Pentacles. What you're not seeing about yourself, pile number threes, I feel many of you have struggled with a certain amount of inner confidence or inner glow, and you are going to that place wherein you actually, and not in the mean sense, not in the sense like you're wounded to say like I don't need anybody, but more in the sense from a, like a self-sufficient, independent, self-made way. Your finances would be so strong that you would be able to achieve and do a lot more than you've ever dreamt of. My true success is measured by my alignment. Love that message. To sum this up, it's inside out, okay, not outside in, which is a message that pile number 3 clearly needs to remember. Just a very specific guidance. Some of you could be who are watching this reading in your 50s, and if you are, that's just like an additional confirmation that these messages are for you. I have, as always, loved reading this. Don't miss out on the 2023 detailed readings. You'll find them in the Timeless Readings playlist. I will give you that in the cards section below. Give it a thumbs up if you really liked it, and leave me the emoji of the makeup, okay, because you're going through a glow up. Take care. Bye-bye.